Hey, Sherry Young, I am fine. Should I say I'm doing okay? I want to say I'm fine. Uh, Welcome to the live. Thanks for coming in. Are you having a good day today, Sharon? Should I say a good night because it's after 8 o'clock? So it's night. So are you having a good night so far? Not much. I just decided to go live for a little while, and I don't intend to be in here long, but I just want to go live. Yeah, mine's is good too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about my subject. It might be like because I'm not gonna be here long. Love is to me, I'm gonna just say love is an action thing. It's an action thing that a lot of times love is just, it can be hard if you make it be hard, but it can be simple. But love is a good thing. When I say love is a good thing, because if you love somebody, you're going to try to help them. If you love people, if you love someone, you're going to be trying to be nice to them. You're going to try to help them. And love is just a wonderful thing. Not just talking love, I'm just saying showing love. So if you love someone or if you love people, they're pretty much are gonna know it by the way you treat them, by the way that you talk to them. Love will make you help people. Love will make you share what you have with people that you can. I mean, sometimes I know I'm saying this about love is all the way up. Love in so many ways. You can show love in so many ways. Now, y'all know I was talking better than this before the stroke. But anyway, love is a wonderful thing. Love, when you love someone, when you love people, sometimes you don't have to be able to give them nothing, but you're going to encourage them. Love, you can love people and just be an encourager. You don't always have to give gifts, because sometimes you can't give gifts, but you can be an encourager. You're right, love is everything. You're gonna, when you love someone, when you love people, I like to give compliments. I like to uplift others, because you just don't know what they do for people when you tell them something nice. If they have on might have on a nice dress, don't be scared to say you're looking nice today, because that makes people feel, that encourages them. That makes them feel, I would say it makes them feel more, well, this might not be the word that you would use, but I would say it makes people, it kind of builds up their, if some people have low self-esteem, and when you tell them nice things, speak kind words to them, that kind of uplifts them. So love is knowing how to, let me say, when you want to, love is when you don't mind telling people, giving people compliments. That's a loving thing to be able to do that. Some people are slow or scared to give a compliment because they might feel that if I give he or she a compliment, then that might go to the head. So if it does, that's okay. That's you being nice, being kind, and being loving. Love will make you be a loving person. Love will make you um, help people when you can. And another thing love would do too also, when you help people, if you're doing it in love, when you do it, you don't have to go out and tell everyone what you did for somebody else, because to me, love is when you do something for somebody, you're sincere. I mean, sometimes people can do things and not be sincere, but when you're sincere and you do something for someone, you don't have to tell people, because that's not what it's about. And if you're a loving person, you're going to do something for people. And whether they tell someone what you did for them, you're going to do it, and you're not really going to think too much about it. But don't never be afraid. Don't ever be afraid to tell people nice things or give compliments, because that's a part of showing love to me. So people express love different, but I just say love is genuine. Like, yes, you're right. Love is genuine. When you love somebody, genuineness is just the real thing to me. So when you love someone, you love people, it's genuine. It's not that you got to say something and then later on say, well, I didn't really mean it. Sometimes people tell one another they love them. I love you, whatever. But if you love someone, they gonna know it, because if you love someone, you're gonna treat them right. That doesn't mean that you won't have disagreement, but if you love people, if you're a loving person, you can't hide it. What's in you is gonna be in you. It's gonna come out. So I just think love is just an important thing, but just keep loving. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep helping people. If you're a helper, you help people. If you're a giver, you give people. It don't have to be money. If you see people in need, if they need clothes, food, sometimes just give it to them. Whatever you do, and when you give, love is just an action thing. So it's just hard to not. If you love somebody, you're going to do something for them. You're going to do something for them. If it might be just going out to dinner, taking them out, or buying a friend lunch or something like that. But anyway, love is just, it's good to me to know and to have love for your fellow man. But anyway, I had a good day, and I don't want to leave this out. The Lord is blessing me to get better, because my appetite is getting better. And I'm proud to tell it. And I say the Lord is blessing me to get my appetite back. But anyway, I would say I'm going to get back to love. Love is nothing wrong with it. So don't let nobody tell you, I discourage you, because you might say, well, you always telling somebody something nice, and it's nothing wrong with that. Because if you're real with yourself, you know you want somebody to tell you something nice also. So just keep loving, even though some people might not tell you they love you, or they may not show you. You keep being yourself and loving people and loving yourself and loving others. Oh yeah, probably like you say I'll be eating like a pro. Yeah, I'm thankful that I'm beginning to eat better, because there were times when I could not eat to amount of anything. But the Lord is blessing me to get better. My appetite is getting better. I still don't eat as much, but gradually it's getting better for me. But if you love, hi Miss Hemingway, how are you? Welcome to the live. I'm just talking about, I hope you're having a good night wherever you are. And I thank you so much for coming in. I just wanted to do a live about just talking about love. Love is it's a wonderful thing to me. And I hear, sometimes we have to do more and tell a person we love them. We have to show them. You can't always, like I say, it doesn't mean, oh, it's good to see you too. It's not always about, you can't always say give money, but sometimes you can take a friend out to dinner, or you can just give a compliment, or you can just encourage someone. And sometimes you don't know how that uplifts people's spirit. Because sometimes if you see a person and you tell them you love them, and then you don't really have to tell them you love them, just show them. Sometimes it's about saying, where you can go to the grocery store and you might see somebody there, and you might say, well, that person might say, well, I need $3 more or $1 to finish. I wanted to get something that's really bad that I needed. And you might just say, well, just put it up on the counter. I got you. And that makes people feel good to know that you care enough for them to help them purchase what they really need. Yes. Love is an action thing. Sometimes it's an action word, and it doesn't cost you a thing. No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying that we should show love, and then we should be kind to one another, be an encourager. That's, to me, that's showing love. I say, for instance, I've said already, if you see someone come into the room and they're looking nice, it's not going to take anything from you to say, you look nice today. You just something simple. I like your hair. Your hair is pretty. It's not going to take anything from you to give that person a compliment, because being kind is wonderful. It's being kind, because what you give out, you get it back. If you be kind to someone, you're going to get it back. If you show love, you're going to get it back. It's just a thing that you don't have to just show love. And people show love in different ways. But I would just say show love, and you will see that you will get it back. Now, a lot of times, people might say, well, I'm not going to say anything. Okay, that's up to you. But it's sort of like what you give out, you get back. If you help somebody, somebody's going to help you. It might not be the people or the person that you thought would help you, but you will get it back. Love, kindness, uh, just being yourself. But when you be yourself, be a loving person, because love means a lot. Um, it's not that you have to try to be like I said, be yourself. And when you do things for people, I'm a person like this. I am kind of secretive. If I do something for somebody, uh, they don't have to worry about me getting on the phone and calling and telling this person that, because really I don't care that much for talking on the phone. But if I do something for someone, I do it because I want to do it. If I can help a person, I can help them. If I can encourage a person, I will. I encourage them. But just remember, love is important. Love is important in your home, on your job. Love is in a relationship. How can you say that you love someone if you don't never show it? How can you, a mother, say she loves her children and never shows it? How can a wife say she loves her husband, or the husband say he loves his wife, but you never show it? So love is an action thing. So you're going to know love by what you, it's just an action thing. That's what God wants us to do, show love and be kind to one another. Teach my son that we get back what we give out. So always sow a good seed. True. That's true. Always sow a good seed, because you get what you get back. If you want people to be nice to you, you're going to have to be nice to somebody else. You can't expect everybody to just come and reach out towards you. And then another thing I'm going to say about love. When other people are doing well, rejoice for them, because you don't have no reason to get upset and say, well, I hadn't got mine yet. What God has for you is for you. I mean, you might look at it like this and say, well, I hadn't got mine yet, so I'm not going to rejoice for them. They're doing better than me. They have this, they have that. Rejoice for other people. You get that back. You don't want to not get what's coming to you because someone else is doing well. Rejoice for them. Hi, Celeste Bell. Welcome to the live. I'm glad you came in. I'm just talking about love. So love is a wonderful thing, like I say. And when you love people, you're not going to regret it. I'm not saying that everybody's going to show you love back. Okay, are you having a good day or night or wherever you are, Celeste? I hope you're having a good night, a good day or wherever you may be. But yeah, show love, and it's not gonna. Yeah, harvest time will come. You're gonna get it back. If you want an apple pie, if you want to bake an apple pie, people cook different. I realize that, but you don't wanna. If you're gonna cook and bake an apple pie, I would think, for me now, I would use apples. So if you want love, you don't give out hate. You give love. If you want an apple pie, I wouldn't use peaches if I'm trying to bake an apple pie. I'm okay. So that's sort of like love. If you want people to love you, you got to love somebody. You got to show, you got to give out love. You really get what you give out. If you give out love, you give out kindness, you give out just being nice, you're going to get it back. And sometimes we'll sit and we might say, well, now she was mean or he didn't show me love. Just wait. It's going to come back to you. What you give out, you get it back. So if you're loving, keep loving. It don't matter. Somebody might say, well, you always being nice to people. You know those people not that nice to you. You just keep doing what you're doing. You be yourself. And then if you're a loving person, you just gonna give out love anyway. It's just hard to not do what come natural for you. So just keep loving, keep doing what you're doing. Uh Encourage people. Don't try to discourage them because that's not the Christian way. We're supposed to uplift one another and not tear one another down. So long as you're giving love, you plant a good seed. And then, as Sharon had put in the comment, when you show love, you will get it back. Harvest time comes around too. I mean, you have to just have faith and believe that you're going to get it back because you are. So just keep doing what you're doing, loving one another. Even though some people might not show you love, you know to just love and just keep going. And you won't, I'm not saying, hi, Peace Generation TV. Thanks for coming to the live. Welcome to the live. And I thank you for coming in. And you all just wait just a minute. I'm going to go and take my 9 o'clock pill and I'll be right back. Y'all just stay right there. I thank you if you waited, but yeah, love is you just are. Harvest time has to come. Sometimes people might say, well, look, I'm doing all this stuff. I help people and it doesn't seem like it's helping. Yes, it do. I mean, uh, it just said, don't give up. Don't give up. Harvest time will come. When you plant a seed today, if you plant a seed today and you get up tomorrow and that seed is not coming up, you got to give it time. You got to give it time. So that's the way harvest time is. You got to give it time. You don't just say, well, I showed these people love today. Tomorrow, I might feel like, say, for instance, you might think, well, I didn't nobody show me love the next day. If you keep believing and you just keep being yourself, if you're a loving person and then love, you're going to get it back. That just, in a way, that's just the way it goes. So love is a thing where, like I say, if you see somebody doing well, rejoice with them. Don't get discouraged. But I can't have a relationship with them because they do too much drama. Yeah. Well, you can love people, but then there's a cutoff too. If you love people, that doesn't mean you don't love people because it's a cutoff. You don't want to be in drama. I don't want to be in drama. I can love people, but if I see every time you're doing something and I'm always going to be caught up in some, I just use the word always caught up in some wrong or some mess or something like that. No, I'm picking the bag out on you. Now, I'm just going to be honest. I don't like confusion. And if you love people and they love confusion, sometimes you have to put a little space in there. That doesn't mean you don't love them, but you're not off what they're doing. So you don't love people enough to want to be in their confusion with them, because you can't. It's hard if you're trying to win over somebody and they find out you don't want to do anything but keep up drama when you're supposed to be a loving person. Yeah, they gonna lose confidence in you also. So love is just not talking about it. You got to show it. And when I say you show it in your everyday life. I didn't say that when you talk about love, that doesn't mean that you can't just tell a person you love them and that's it. You can say that. There's nothing wrong with saying I love you. But then people want to see it in you too. They also want to see it in you. Love is just I've said this once before. Love is an action thing, and it's a wonderful thing. And when you love people, they gonna know it more than you gonna know it, because it's gonna show on you. Love is just something you cannot hide. But God has a way of mending the family back together again. Just put it in His hands. I truly understand, because I don't like drama either. I'm a very peaceful person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to put it in His hands, but you don't get yourself involved in drama, because it's just not. It's not going to be a good thing to be in drama. Some people, they I guess they like a lot of action. It might can be too dull for them, but I don't like drama. I don't have a drama channel, and I'm not a drama person. But anyway, you just keep doing what you're doing, and love is when I'm going to, this just my point of view of love. When you see somebody in need, uh, it can be just simple stuff. It can be, say, I wanted to give this person, I see they need something. Uh, I don't know, Celeste, whether you know it or not, but I've had a stroke. I used to talk better than what I'm talking now. But when you have a stroke, it does something to your speech. I'm not complaining, because the Lord has been good to me. He really has. But in a way, love just gonna make you treat people right. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna say that you're gonna agree with everything, or you're not gonna have your differences at times. But love will make you treat people right. And another thing love would do, love would make you try to make the peace. Love doesn't make you want to break peace. Make you break peace. It makes you want to make the peace. And it just all in and what you make out of it. I mean, you just, sometimes love will make you, when you see things are going to get out of hand with someone, love will make you walk away. Because I'm just going to be honest, sometimes people can say some things and you don't like it. Yeah, I had a stroke. Yes, and I've been so sick. And I talk about it, but I've been so sick. I had a stroke last year in August. I had a stroke. I had COVID. I had pneumonia. And then I also couldn't walk. So the Lord has brought me, as the older people say, from a mighty long ways. He's been good to me. I don't mind giving Him the praise. I don't mind telling people about God's goodness, because He's been good to me. But just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep loving. Keep praying, because it's not going to hurt you to keep doing right. People might feel like, yeah, yeah, yes, he has. Yes, he has. He has brought me from a long ways. From the point to where, like I said, I couldn't walk. And I was in the hospital, and then from one hospital, then I was airlifted to another hospital. So right now I say, uh, God has been good to me. I've lost over 20 something pounds, because when you have a stroke, you can't, when you eat, you gag. And then with COVID, I had COVID too. I could not eat like I want to, more of, well, it was both the stroke and COVID, because COVID, it messes with your taste bud. And a stroke, for the ones that don't know, when you have a stroke, sometimes your appetite, you lose your appetite. Then when you do eat something, it gags, you gag. But yes, God has been very good to me, and I'm not ashamed to tell it. I tell it, and God goodness, that's what it's about. Not my doing, God's doing. He's blessed me to where I can do so much for myself, to where at the point one time I couldn't do very much for myself. Even though my right hand is weak still, but he's able. God is able, you all. I tell you, because I know I'm a living witness. I'm not saying what I heard somebody else say. He's been good to me. And he's still continually to bless me. He continuing to bless me, because now, like I say, I can eat. My appetite is gradually coming back. There were times when I got out of the hospital, I would eat watermelon. When I would want something, that I would eat that, and maybe sometime try to eat a spoon, not even a spoonful of peanut butter. I just couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. I prayed, and eventually, in time, I'm getting my appetite back. So God is good to me. And I'm going to continually give him all the praise, because he is worthy to be praised. The praises don't belong to me. It belongs to God. But anyway, I be so thankful, and he's not through blessing you yet. You continue to give him praise. I will. I will. So I always try to give God the praise. Well, if God do something, if you eat, I'm thankful that I can eat better now. I'm thankful that even though my voice is not like I want it to be, I want to sing, and I'm getting stronger. So in time, my voice will get back where I can sing again. And I just have a lot to be thankful for. And I'm sure that you all too. Hi, Nurka. Nurka, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Lopez. Lopez. Please pray for my fiance, Jeff Alderman. Horrific neck pain that brings him to crying. Please pray for Jeff. I thank you. Blessings and protection to all. Yes, I would pray for him. Prayer, we all need prayer. It doesn't matter whether we think we are doing good. We still need to pray for ourselves and others too. So I'm going to say like this. This is a part of loving one another. We should pray just not for ourselves or our families. There's other people also. And I would pray for him, and I hope that the pain will go away. And don't ever forget to pray for one another, because prayer is important. And it's hard to say that you love people or someone and you don't pray for them. It's kind of hard. That's just a hard thing for me, because If you love somebody, you shouldn't mind praying for them. I pray, yes, pray. Because somebody, when I was so sick in that hospital, and when I was so sick before I got to the hospital, somebody prayed for me. I believe in prayer. But I was so sick sometime, I didn't know I was in the world. So when you're so sick, you don't know you're in the world, you know you're not praying for yourself. Prayer works. So it's always good to pray. And then another thing about prayer, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be long, but pray. Pray a sincere prayer. Because the Lord knows we can't fool God now. So we don't have to pray. So I would say, I'm going to say it this way because I'm a country lady. We don't have to try to use every fancy word that we can think of. God knows everything about us. So when you pray and mean it, these are big words, I would say, that's not necessary. Because you can talk to God just like you're talking to, just like I'm talking to you all now. Just pray and mean it. And when I say mean, be sincere. Be sincere. He hear you. You don't have to impress. Try to be just pray a sincere prayer and have faith. I'm not saying that all the time because I wanted to get better before, as for like my appetite getting better, I would be so weak. But if you keep praying, I heard a song where they said, keep praying till your prayer go through. You keep praying. You don't give up. Lord, strengthen them in a way and build them up where they are torn. Yes. Thank you for that prayer. Thank you for that prayer. But just keep praying. I can tell you so much. I've never been so sick before in my life. My family was so worried about me. My children. And at the time I was sick, my husband was sick at the same time. But God is good. He is really good. But yes, prayer works, y'all. Prayer works. I'm not ashamed to say it. Prayer works. And when we pray for others, sometimes, people don't understand. But when you pray for somebody else, sometimes that come right back to you. You shouldn't just be so selfish and say, well, I'm just going to pray for myself. No, sometimes you pray for others, even though things may not be going like you want them to go. Pray for somebody else and see what the Lord will do for you. See what he'll do for you. See what he will do for you. He will, because you love somebody else, it'll come back to you. The world needs prayer. And I don't know, some people might be ashamed to pray, to acknowledge God. I never will. I always believe in acknowledging God because that's where your help comes from. You might say God, somebody might say Jesus, but your help comes from the Lord. When you wake up in the morning or when eating or whatever, sometimes you sleep late. You don't wake yourself. You don't wake yourself up. I know I don't wake myself up. I have to give him the praise. I don't wake myself up. The Lord blessed me where I could walk again. Even though I use a cane now, for balances, I use my cane after the stroke. the Lord able me to do these things. Hi, Gina Marie Coleman here. Yes, thanks for coming to the live, and I thank you so much for what you've been doing for me, Gina. I thank you for supporting me. That means so much to me. And I thank everyone for being in this live, because sometimes I don't go live as much. I never did go live a lot, but I just have to say and tell about God's goodness to me. To me, talking about God is, I feel like he want me to tell you all what he did for me. I don't know what he did for you, but I know what he did for me. Yes, he did a lot for me. And he's continually to do a lot for me, because I can tell someone else about it. When I had the stroke, it could have been where somebody else would have to see about me, and I couldn't tell for myself. God do something for me. Jesus do something for me. I'm going to tell it. I'm not ashamed. So there may be some people that don't want to hear it, but I'm going to tell it. I'm not ashamed to tell people about God's goodness, because he's been so good to me, and I'm going to tell it. And for the ones that know about God's goodness, and you know what the Lord do for you and what he can do for you. See, my story may not be your story, but I can encourage you by telling you what he did for me, because I never thought I would be so sick before. Only thing, when I went to the hospital, I was talking and I got sicker after I got to the hospital. So when I got to the hospital, that's when I had the stroke. And after I had the stroke or whatever, that's when I was airlifted to the other hospital. But God is good. But yeah, I say love is a powerful thing. And you know, God is love. So when you say you love someone, and when you show it, God is love, someone else is going to know that now. Or people are going to know it. Because love is just something you cannot hide. You know, you can't hide love. It's kind of hard, because love is gonna show in your ass. You might say, you don't have to say that much. People gonna see it on you. They're gonna see it in your walk, in your talk, how you encourage people, how you treat people. You know, if you know how to treat people. Now I'm gonna tell you how I was raised, how my mom raised me. Sharon is my sister. Sharon Young, she's my sister. We were raised that you don't, just because you think that a person uh might look to well, let me just say it like this. Some people treat people according to treat them well. I would say treat them different because what you think they have. We was not raised that way. You treat everybody right. Then you don't try to treat these over here no better than you do others. I know you have to treat people different because they are different. But don't look down on this person over here, because I don't know how to pronounce that name, Nikema. If I'm not pronouncing your name right, uh, don't think hard of me. But if you treat people right, you treat everybody right. Don't treat this person right because they come in a room and they have on a pretty dress, and you might say, well, okay, you come up to the front. Okay, this person may come in, they might have on their best, and it might not be as nice as this person dressed. Treat everybody right. Now, don't look down on no one. Don't look down on a man unless you picking them up. Don't try to treat people different because you think he or she, okay, thank you. And then I think you're new to the live. I once was speaking better, but I had a stroke last year. So sometimes, if you don't know it, if you haven't had a stroke, but I'm sure if you've been around a person and they recently had a stroke, it does something to their speech. But I'm just saying, love everybody. Even though love doesn't mean that if you don't like it when people don't treat you right, but that don't mean you stop loving them. Some people you have to bag off from them. That don't mean you don't love them. But when you see things are going to get out of hand, sometimes you have to walk away. Treat everybody right. Love everybody. But I feel like when you treat people right, that's how you get your blessings. Your blessings come from knowing how to treat your fellow man. But anyway, I appreciate you all for coming in. And I can just talk. But just remember, if you're a loving person, keep loving people. Don't let nobody discourage you and say, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that. You get your blessings by treating people right. Some people might feel like, well, if I go to church, that's good enough. No, it's not. We are the church. So when you see people, if you see a person and you see that person in need, and if you're able, if like I said, it don't have to be money. It could be you see a person and they might need some clothes or grocery. If you're able to help that person, you help them. That's love. Yeah, that's love. He knows all and our intent. Yes. So do what you can for people. Don't let nobody stop you from being a loving person. Don't let nobody stop you from doing what you're doing, because you get it back. Harvest time will come around. You cannot give out love. You cannot give out kindness and not get it back. It just no way. Hi, let me see. Is that month 108? Yeah, love is just keep doing what you're doing. If you're a giver, keep giving. Some people might say, well, I'm not going to give because I know they're not going to give it back. No, they might not, but somebody else going to come and they're going to give. You just going to get it back. So just keep giving if you're a giver. If you hug people, someone somewhere needs a hug. Keep doing it. And you can't go wrong when you're loving people. If anyone else have anything they want to say, you say it. A comment or whatever, because love is wonderful. Yes, we are the only example of the church, and love some people see. Yes, you have to show love sometimes. And believe it or not, people, they watch you. If you say you're a loving person, they want to see that in you. Now, talk, I'm going to tell you like this. They used to say talk is cheap. Sometimes it is. Okay, I'm a hugger and this virus has not allowed me to hug. I miss it. Yeah, I understand that. Because I understand that, but if you're a hugger, you just put your hands out and they understand. People understand that now. But now if you're a loving person, more than you are gonna know it. You don't have to even say it. It love shows. Love shows in your talk. Love shows in your smile. You can give a person a friendly smile. And love, it just shows. So whatever you do showing love, keep doing it. So I thank you all for coming in. And because I don't go live a lot, and I don't have a certain day I go live. Sometimes I just say I'm gonna go live. And I'm gonna say again, I thank you all for coming in. And I thank you for, again, Miss Gina Maria Colvin Hill. I appreciate you for what you're doing for me. I appreciate you all. And I want to just, I guess I'm going to end this live. And if you have any questions before I end it, I will try to answer it. But if not, thank you all for coming in. And until next time, thank you. But until next time, y'all have a great rest of the week. And remember, let's just keep loving. Keep on loving one another and keep showing love. And believe me, harvest time will come and you will get that back. So I'm going to say for now, good night to everyone. And thanks for coming in.